Vigilante. Resist the system, you know what I'm saying? Feel good right now. Let's get it.
Keep it 100. Hey, minor is the one you want talking to your sons. I can talk about God, I can tell them about drugs. I can show them how to move when they see you in the mud. Get to work and make a brick. It was me and Doc putting everything on the house, investing everything in music, then explain it to the spouse. Came a long way from sleeping on my brother's couch. Realest you done met, call a op, he a vouch. Yeah, I own a few mistakes, but being fake ain't one of these.
I done woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober, y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throw, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the wire, better put Milo on it. And let's soon Chico Milo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that shit back, listen to the truth for the sky crack. And the Lord get back. Or somebody wants to get back. And they click clack, leave you bent back, looking at the syntax. Never left, but I've been back. Cross on my big neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in the club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the meal may stop. But they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true or fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down.
At this level is intelligence and IQ. And we're not gonna end up like that fuck nigga over there. I got knocked out. Caleb.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? They stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
So thin line between love and hate. Woo! What's going on? Keep your ass, keep your chin tucked. It's the one that only goes with the shadow in the front. It is Sunday. Who's up in here? What's going on, brother? Oh, I know Devon. I know Devon. No, you know, as far as like, since you be on that shit, I will say, yeah, you know, recently, but you know, it's kind of funny you said that. There's a lot of fighters that, you know, that I gravitate to, and you know, it's always stylistically with me. It ain't nothing more than that. But I will say that the fighters recently, you know, have been, well, I always represent fighters out of Jersey. I'm gonna get to Raymond Ford in a second, actually. Raymond Ford, did you see Raymond Ford's outing? Raymond Ford looked good yesterday at 130. And the boy looked powerful as hell. And I'm gonna show you that. That kid, bro, and he's a southpaw. And his right hand, that hook, bro. But I don't know many people that's gonna be able to look. I'm serious. I don't think there's gonna be many people at 130 that could beat Raymond Ford, bro. That kid is big. That kid is fast. That kid is strong. And he's very, very competent in himself. I mean, usually after you get a loss, you know, 'cause I think he had won the belt and he lost to like Nick Ball or something like that. I kind of had Raymond Ford winning that fight, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's how you bounce back from a loss. And, you know, Raymond Ford was just like, fuck it. You know, I'm just going to move up. You know, he moved up. The guy he fought, you know, I'm not going to say like he was like, you know, he was pretty good in the sense that the dude had heart and the dude was at times firing off like, 3, 4, 5 combinations. So it was a good test for a first fight at 130. And I believe Raymond Ford really passed that test. Dropped the guy like 3, 4 times, had his nose all busted up. The last round, Raymond Ford got mad, and was like, yo, what's up? Like, let's fight. Raymond, like, I'm gonna show it to you. Raymond Ford was like, bro, let's fucking fight, bro. Like I told you, Raymond Ford got dog in him, bro. Raymond Ford, and obviously when I say dog, I think people like like I was looking at, so I always go back to my lives and I look at comments afterwards. I just do that. That's just how I am as a person. And I was looking at it and I think people get like, just when I say that, I just means like you bite down at time where other times fighters would probably go backwards or be more conservative. Speaking of conservative, Jaron and his boots. Let me talk about Jaron and his boots real quick. I like Jaron. I really do. I like boots, bro. But I'm also brutally honest. You see, this is the word everyone's exposed. If you get punched in the face, you exposed. Shadow went live on Sunday. Shadow's exposed. There is criticism. But I don't think exposed would be the thing because like who's surprised that Boots was getting hit? We said that last fight when he fought Abanesian. The only difference is that he knocked Abanesian out. It's the only difference. I'm gonna point out like the things that I think he needs to work on. Obviously, I think Boots suffers from the same thing that Virgil Ortiz suffers from, and that is they don't settle. Like this is what I see. I feel like those, which by the way, that's why that fight is gonna be classic, bro. Classic. I mean, that is one of those fights where like you got to make sure you take a piss, have your snacks, like don't get the fuck like those two. And Boots was in the yesterday at the press conference at the presser. They basically said that Virgil Ortiz technically, I from what I'm understanding, like they've been in contact with them already prior to the fight. All they got to do is just sign, right? That's a good fight. I mean, Virgil, Boots will be able to hit harder at 154. I do believe he's depleting himself. You look at him for 147, the guy is huge, bro. Boots is big for 147, so 154 suits him perfectly. I think him and Virgil Ortiz suffer from the same thing, which is a good thing for me as a boxing fan. They try to get the guy out of there, but they kind of rush. They don't take their time. Look, Boots can. The thing about Boots, man, I feel like the only major thing I think he needs to work on is just calming down. I always feel like he's always just trying to get the dude out of there. He wants to put on a show. He's very confident. He could fight southpaw. He could fight orthodox, right? So he's got a lot of skills. If he just settled down and let the knockout come, I think he would avoid a lot of those shots that he takes. But he did take a lot of shots yesterday. And to Karen's credit, by the way, Karen came in with a totally different game plan and he's unpredictable. I feel like, a lot of times when people say exposed, it's almost like you're like, it's a fight, guys. It's a boxing. I mean, it's a fight, y'all. Like, I mean, people are gonna get hit. People are gonna get dropped. To me, it's how you overcome that. So, a perfect example because I'm seeing it all over. I'm seeing it in different channels, like Abdullah Mason exposed, and I keep saying to myself, was he okay? He got dropped 2 times, and when I was watching it over with HOD, shout out to HOD, he got caught with a straight right? Yeah. So maybe he got exposed as far as maybe he got some leaks in his defense, but you learned a lot more about that kid than you would have if he would have just went in there and knocked the guy out. Now if he get hurt and if you hurt him in any way, especially if you drop him, you're going to think twice before you try to when people try to finish him. So I think I learned more about Abdullah, but people will focus on the whole exposed. He got dropped. He got hurt with 2 check left hooks. He got hurt with a straight right. And I'm not saying not to. Look, it's all an opinion at the end of the day. But I feel like people always say exposed if a person struggles or if a person doesn't get the guy out of there. I'm not saying there's nothing to be criticized with Boots, because there is. But the same can be said for Virgil, can it not? When Virgil fought Boachuk, don't you think that Virgil should have just calmed down a little bit? Like, this is what I like about Virgil. This is what I like about Boots. I like dudes that fight, that get mad when you hit them, you know? The only difference is, like, Crawford and like a fighter like Tito Trinidad, they get mad, but they get mad in a smart way. I don't know if that even makes any sense. It's like they're mad. They're like, okay, we gonna bang it out, but they just don't go all wild and shit. Boots, Virgil, they go kind of wild. If you go back, every time he caught Boots with a good shot, and he got caught with a couple, right away, Boots wanted to answer right away. He didn't like reset and like try to get him back that way. No, it was like immediately. You caught me with a good shot, I'm gonna catch you right back. That's what Boots and Virgil suffers from the same thing. Whereas I feel like Crawford, like I said, Tito Trinidad, they're similar in the way that you hurt them. They're like, okay, motherfucker, we gonna fight, but they don't just go all wild. Like Tito would be like, okay, he would get up, he would get dropped, maybe go back to the corner, his father smack him in the face or whatever, and Tito gonna set it up. He's gonna go to the body, come back upstairs, he's gonna hurt you, but he's gonna fight you, right? He's not gonna be like, you hurt me, now I'm gonna be evasive for 3 rounds, 2 or 3 rounds. And that's what I mean when I say dog, by the way. I gotta make it clear, because everyone's definition of shit is different. And when I say dog, I simply mean that you're gonna bite down and you're gonna stand your ground at times where other fighters might not. If you get dropped, some fighters might grab and hold and or just play it safe for the end of the round. Then there's other fighters that if you drop them, they're going to be like, well, I need to do something. Like I have to back this guy up and show him, because if not, I'm gonna fuck around and get knocked out. That's what I mean by dog. You can't teach that, because it's instinct. Really, it's instinct. I saw shout out to my guy Raymond Ford. Shout out to Jersey. He's from Camden, New Jersey, which, by the way, Camden is just a horrible place. God bless anybody living in Camden. That shit is like The Wire season 1, not season 2, season 1, and that's in Baltimore. I mean, so he comes from a bad area. When you look at Raymond Ford, when you look at him in his first couple of fights, he was very, very I hate to say it, sort of like he reminded me of Hitchens in the way that he would just throw his jab, and he would fire combinations, but he was mainly like this and backing up a lot, right? Then he got like 1 or 2 draws. Like, he had a bad outing. I remember a lot of people think he should have lost that fight, but he got a draw, and it was on an undercard, obviously. Since then, he completely changed. Like, now he's like, if you get the better of me, I'm going to get you back. Not next round. I'm going to get you back this round. And he's just a totally different fighter. And he's got power now at 130. Raymond Ford is a problem too. He's another one that's a problem. Boots, I like Boots, but yeah, I will say this. I'm not going to say exposed, but I will say I will agree with y'all on this. I did expect him, after I saw the Avanesian fight, I expected a more patient Boots. Like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I hope he's not getting hit like that again. The same thing happened. You have to ask yourself, you really have to ask yourself deep down inside, if that was Terrence Crawford, how many shots can you take like that? I'm just being honest. Like, that was Karen. No disrespect to Karen. But let's be completely honest. If that's Virgil Ortiz, if that's Crawford, if that's somebody that could really bang, it makes you think, bro. It really makes you think. Like, I was thinking yesterday, and I've always wanted Boots to fight Crawford, because I've always thought that it would, I just really think it's a close fight. But, I was thinking yesterday, I'm like, bro, if that was Bud, Boots might have been in trouble last night, but I guess I understand with some of y'all, because I know a lot of y'all, the biggest issue y'all have with Boots is his resume and the fact that you look at his age and how many fights he has, right? That's what your issue is. Your issue is when you look at his resume, right? There's not a lot of people that stand out. So I think that's what, if we're on the same page here, they look at Boots. He's undefeated, got a lot of fights, but really a lot of who? Like a lot of he's got names on there, but some of the guys his most notable wins came from guys that were contenders or gatekeepers, but some of them were in their later years, or it was a fighter that moved up in weight. What's his name? The guy that lost to Mikey Garcia, the Russian guy. And from 140, and then Boots fought him at 147. Boots knocked him out and stopped him for the first time, but people are gonna say, "Yo, you brought that dude up," you know. Yeah, I think Boots needs to work on some things. I think all fighters need to work on things, but I will say that if that was Crawford, I don't know. He was getting hit a lot, you know. But I don't think that's exposed because it's like, I mean, we saw the same thing from him last fight. I will say this. Boots is exciting. All right. Boots is let me ask you, do you think you're ever going to see Boots like playing it safe? If Boots even thought he was down in a fight, do you think he played safe? No. You think Virgil Ortiz would play it safe? No. So that fight right there alone is crazy. I was watching some channels yesterday, and the topic of Virgil and Boots came up. And for the most part, I was hearing people say, Virgil's gonna run right through him if he fights like that. I don't know. I don't know how Boots is going to be at 154, but if he's depleting himself at 147, that means 154 is going to feel more comfortable. And they're both similar in the fact that they don't want to back up. And Boots said yesterday in the press conference, he's like, I hope Virgil fights me. Because what he's like, everyone knows Virgil doesn't back up. And I love pressure fighters. So that's just that fight will be another Boachuk Virgil type. They're not going to back up. But in that fight, I just think it's going to be who catches who first, who gets caught most. Because let's be honest, Virgil, we can't sit here and make it seem like Virgil didn't have things to work on either. You know, Virgil needs to be a little more patient. But I like that, though. But yeah, Boots did get hit a lot. Shout out to Karen. Karen didn't do what a lot of us thought he was going to do, which was do what he did in the first fight. You know, he sat there and fought, which, by the way, a lot of those dudes from the Middle East, you have to admit that European style of fighting is very, very tricky. The Madrimov, the Karens, because a lot of them are known for having power, right? But if you notice, like, some of them are so vastly different. So you never know what really you're going to get. Whereas, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I told you you're going to be fighting a Cuban fighter next without even watching tape, what would you envision in your head? What would you envision? You probably envision like a kind of like a slick, like the Cuban style. Right? Not saying that's what he's going to be. I'm saying if I told you you was going to fight a Cuban fighter without looking at tape, you probably think you're fighting a slick fighter, right? Or something like that. So when I look at these dudes from like Russia or whatever, most of them typically don't pity pat. They have power. But they're just vastly different in the way that you never know what you're going to get. So they're just tricky to begin with. You know, Boots did what he was supposed to do. In fact, it's probably a good thing that people are saying that he's exposed. Maybe it's a good thing, you know, because a lot of times when people think somebody is being avoided or whatever, and he has a bad outing, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Because maybe fights that couldn't get made before will be made now. You know, I do think people are quick to say people are exposed. because they get dropped or because they get hit in a fight. In a fight. Am I exposed for going live on Sunday? Like, I mean, like, it's just, I don't know. Did he win? Did he win? He won. To me, exposed is like if you know, we have different definitions, just like people said that Berlanga was competitive with Berlanga. Like, sorry, I don't know what your definition is. That wasn't competitive to me. It was enjoyable. It was a good fight because Berlanga wasn't going away. You know, he wasn't going away and he wasn't necessarily running. He was fighting. He was just getting outclassed every round. But to me, that's not competitive. That's staying alive and fighting. Two different definitions. To me, getting dropped or getting hit a lot. But if you win, like, okay, got some things to work on like everyone else. Now, if you fighting somebody that you're a favorite, 7-1 favorite, and you go in there and that guy blows you out the water, yeah, you got exposed. Just like I feel like Ko got exposed yesterday. Ko suffered his first defeat, which, by the way, the guy he fought, what's his name? I think his name is Gallegos or something like that. The dude is like a big Virgil Ortiz. He reminded me of Virgil Ortiz. The way this dude was like, had his hands up and was like bouncing back. Oh, he looked like Virgil, bro. And he was very similar to Virgil in the way that, you know, he lands a good shot on you. He just starts going crazy. You know, a lot of times Cole was on the ropes and the dude was unleashing like 12 punch combinations. And let's get into something real quick here. Exactly, Jonathan, right. People don't take that into account too, because if he didn't have a chin, it'd be different. But Boots got a chin. You know, Boots got a chin. So therefore, you know, and you know what the problem is, Jonathan, right? If Boots would have fought evasive and not trying to fight, they would call him boring. I mean, we gotta admit, as critics in boxing, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. It's sort of like your relationship with your girl. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Okay, you do something good over here, that's a problem. You do something good over here, that's a problem. So it's like that in boxing too. I give you an exciting fight, y'all gonna say I got hit too much or whatever. I don't give you an exciting fight, I play it safe. You guys are gonna say, oh, look at him, he's boring. And you see what I'm saying? Yeah, do I think Boots need things to work on? Yeah, but I don't think he's like necessarily exposed, because there's nothing he did that made me was like, wow, I never knew that about him. I mean, we all know he gets hit a little bit too much. I've been saying that for like since last year. I was like, Boots tries to get you out of there, right? He tries to make it exciting, but he takes shots. He does, but he doesn't seem to get rocked. That doesn't make it a good idea to keep doing it though. I just think I wouldn't even go as far to say he needs to work on his defense. I wouldn't even say that. I think his defense is good. The issue is that he's so like I don't know the word. He's so like antsy. It's like, just calm down. Pop your jab, go to the body, the knockout will come. But he does that, and it's like if he gets caught with a shot, he's like, I got to answer right away. The Pacquiao used to do that. Like, I got to answer him right away. I mean, it's exciting, but you have to ask yourself, like, if you fight someone like Crawford, I hate to say it, if you fight someone, and Crawford left a message for Boots on X, by the way, and shout out to Bud, because Bud could have took an opportunity to say something bad about him, and he didn't. A lot of Crawford fans were fucking with Boots and say, you see, told you ain't shit, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Bud. Yeah, but see, Bud ain't dumb, because Bud know his last fight he didn't do. You know what I mean? Bud didn't look like Bud his last fight. Bud know that. So what was Bud's message to him? Which I thought it was a good message. Thought it was a good message. Crawford said something like, I didn't see, no, I heard about the fight. I didn't see the fight, but just keep working on your craft, you know, stay motivated, because one mess up or something like one mess up is all that needs to happen, you know? So just stay on top of shit. Keep doing you, bro. Don't mind the fucking haters, in so many words, and just keep your eye on the goal, because it only takes one fuck up for your career to go in another direction. And I think that was very professional, but by the way, like, you know, the reason, like, I'm not saying he would have said something different, but I think, you know, Bud knows he struggled in his last fight. Bud did not look like Bud his last fight, bro. Okay, but Bud didn't do the typical "I'm gonna get you out of there" like he did all. He didn't do that. So, you know, you know, I mean, people are gonna have their different opinions. You know, Boots didn't really do anything that made me think something like I thought the same thing in the Avanesian fight. All right, I thought the same thing. I was like, he's getting hit too much. Nothing really different in the fact that I just wish he would slow down. I just wish he would be more patient, bro. Just calm down. Calm down. So first thing I want to get to is
168 pounds.
Ko suffers his first defeat against a guy named Gallegos. And you know, this guy reminds me of Virgil Ortiz, bro. Reminds me of Virgil. Just look at him. Tell me if he doesn't remind you of Virgil.
Take that for what it's worth, but that giant Mexican guy weighing 40. How's that possible?
I have no idea. At 6'3", especially. He's a big light heavyweight. That's bringing us.
See, look over here. I'm gonna show you right here.
Rip number one on. Co's got his hand. Oh, and a right hand.
Right here.
Keeping his opponents at a certain range.
This guy's another one where he's just very aggressive. So Ko has his first defeat last night. And to say, now this guy, I could kind, if you want to say he was exposed, I guess I mean, in my definition, yeah, but he also showed me something too, which you're gonna see. Watch what happens when he gets dropped, bro.
Felt early on,
so
he felt he had a guy hurt. He was charging in, really smothering those shots. Now he's trying to keep a little bit of distance here.
To the body, that's for sure, yeah.
Oh, and a right-hand counter from Gallegos, as now all of a sudden Co's got his hands up in the earmuffs.
That was a big uppercut by Gallegos. I think he hurt Ko. Ko's shook right now. I don't like his legs, the way they're shaking.
Yeah, Ko looking a little lost right now, as Gallegos is just throwing.
Now watch when this guy gets dropped, which I like, by the way. Here it is right here. Very, very impressive as far as like the way he answers. I thought it was kind of impressive. He still lost, but so he gets knocked down, right? And by the way, like we were talking about this the other day, like when you get knocked down, you have like adrenaline in you, you're tired or whatever, right? Imagine trying to think when you're like hurt. He's smart enough to know, let me stay on my knee and get a standing 8 count. A lot of young, like Virgil Ortiz, bro, he jumped right up. Let me get back at him. Let me get back at you. See what I mean? Like this guy, he got hurt, he got dropped, and he was like, let me chill. Let me take this 8 count, right? Let me take this 8 count, gather 8 seconds. Like, let me get some breath. Like that was smart. And it worked to his benefit, by the way.
Nice shot from Gallegos, sends Ko down.
Right now the precision is on the side of Manuel Gallegos, and that's exactly what Ko's down.
7, 8.
You're very smart, because a lot of people don't. I see a lot of fighters that don't even do that. They just jump right the fuck up. So he took the 8 count, and it benefits. It actually helped him.
You want to continue? You good? Give me a glove.
I believe I saw some bookies having Khalil Ko as high as a 20-1 favorite in this fight. Don't tell Manuel Gallegos. And now he gets clipped to the right hand.
slugfest. What a
So I like how he responded, you know, but eventually, and because I can't play the full thing, because if I play it without stopping and talking, if you're wondering, like, just play it. If you just play it and not say nothing, they're gonna do something. But if I'm doing this, it's very easy to beat any strike or whatever they try to do. It's very easy because I could just tell them, hey, I was not playing it. I was commentating over it. I'm stopping it. I'm talking. So that's why I'm doing that. All right. So if you move over to right here, though, he was just out of breath. The dude was going to the body, and eventually he got finished.
Stop it.
no, it's not a stop.
So Cole, on one hand, I will say this. They were talking about his first 4 fights, which I saw one of them. And in those fights, I will say that he needs a lot to work on, bro. He needs a lot to work on. I think he has a massive stamina issue. And you didn't know who Cole was? You didn't know who he was? I mean, I don't know. Like, do you watch a lot of the? I'm asking you. Like, I know you do. I don't know. I try to catch prelims when I can, bro. You know, you're always gonna see, depending on who's fighting, you're always gonna see the same prospects on the prelims. If you remember, when Teofimo Lopez would fight, right? The same prospects were on his undercard. It was always Abdullah Mason. Now I wouldn't say Shakur, but Keyshawn, like, a lot, it was the same people. So this was Eddie Hearn. So but I've seen Cole's fights before. He's got a massive stamina issue. He suffered his first defeat. That was kind of now, my guy Raymond Ford. Raymond Ford, on the other hand, looking, he's in a higher weight class now. And now he doesn't and so you could clearly see that speed he's got has really transferred over to power now.
Over the American.
And all right, and I'm not just saying this because I like Raymond Ford. I mean, I'm brutally honest. Raymond Ford is seriously gonna be. It's gonna be hard to beat him when he's fighting like this.
When he's on the outside, controlling the action and dictating everything with that southpaw jab.
Saw kind of a triple jab there from Gonzalez. The jab's not really a power shot for him necessarily. It's just kind of a setup punch. He wants to make you aware of it so he can throw that slashing left hand.
You could hear the snap in that jab. Now, right here where he dropped him, this was impressive right here. Where's the one where he dropped him? Right here. Look at this. What I noticed about this is, and they were actually talking about it. So Bibble's got real good defense, right? And Better Beef knew that. But it didn't stop him from throwing punches knowing that Bibble was going to block it. And they were talking about it here. This guy was blocking a lot of Raymond Ford's punches, but the impact was so fucking hard, it was still hurting him.
A southpaw on the outside. He likes to mix it in.
Now, this one I think caught him flush, though.
On the inside. Ford's not giving.
What a shot from Ray!
Oh, he's out.
5.
He's out.
6. 7.
And this is a slow count.
You all right? Hello.
Gonzalez just trying to get out of the line of fire. He's got 15 seconds left to make it to round 3.
And Raymond Ford was chasing this guy the whole fight, bro. You know, it's kind of funny, bro. I sometimes, and like I said, you know, people are going to like who they like and people are going to not like who they like. But I really question sometimes, like, there's been times where I felt like going on a panel on some of these channels, because when I see them talking about fighters, like, I feel like saying something, but I think it's just part of their character or their persona. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I think Showbiz has a persona. I'm not saying he's not a good guy. I'm saying he has a persona. He has like he acts a certain way. He acts like, you know, that thing he does. I don't like it. You know, you know, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm saying I don't like it. I be seeing guys say shit about certain fighters, and I'm like, do you even watch this guy? Like, do you watch his fights? Because everything you're saying is not true at all. It's not true. I saw 2 or 3 channels talk shit about Raymond Ford, talking about he's boring. He doesn't come to fight. Motherfucker, what are you talking about? What are you watching? He's walking this motherfucker down the whole fight. He dropped him multiple times. When he fought Nick Ball, he fought that man. When he got his belt, he fought like that fight. He was getting rocked numerous times. He came back and knocked that dude out in the last round with 15 seconds left. And his corner told him to not do that. I don't know what I feel like saying something sometimes, but then I'm like, you know, these guys are just putting on a persona for their channel. That's what it is. I mean, you don't gotta like them to say. It's like saying, you know, a while back, there was something about Tyson Fury that I didn't like. And I don't know if it's because, you know, he's from the UK, he's different. I'm from New York, New Jersey. So like, maybe his culture is different, but I would look at him and I'm like, you know, something rubs me the wrong way. Then, you know, I like the fact that he believed in Jesus and stuff like that. But other than that, like, there was something about him that never stopped me from saying, damn, that dude got a hell of a chin. He's big, he's elusive, he's fast. Like, it never stopped me from saying that. So I like, there's a difference.
Much better round by Orlando Gonzalez than this one. I don't know if Ford's taking a round off or if Gonzalez is earning this round.
Just hitting a pretty nice body shot there.
Now it's Ford walking forward. Maybe he's had enough of this. Wants to do something about it. Some clubbing left hands to the head. He did land on a makeable fight.
The belt
another one where
Anthony Cash.
Good right hand and then overhand left from Ray Ford. And again, Gonzalez does not look good.
It was a
boy, I'm telling you, Ford.
same right hook, guys, but this time it wasn't blocked. Landed right on the chin.
Ford has looked in complete control in this fight. Opens to start to finish, and that right hand drops Gonzalez for the second time.
Didn't I tell you that right hook
busted his nose right up? That shit started gushing, bro.
was gonna land again? That's exactly the punch that did it right.
So Ford, my guy Ford, you know, I was glad to see that. Completely dominated him. And he's at 130 now. And that check right hook is just nasty, bro. That shit is nasty. He throws it so damn fast. Like, I don't blame the other, like, I don't blame the other guy, because, like, bro, you can't even see it half the time, bro. So he's quick, he's fast, he's powerful, he'll fight you. I don't know who's at 130, but let me see. I don't know who's at 130, but let me see. Oh yeah, he already mentioned he wanted O'Shaquie Foster. I don't know about you guys. I don't think O'Shaquie Foster beats Raymond Ford. Lamont Roach. I don't think Lamont Roach beats Raymond Ford. Navarrete, that's a good fight. And you got Valdez. Oh, Oscar Valdez is the intern. Okay. There are fights there. I can tell you that. Yeah. I mean, you know, you still got to see how he fights in his weight class, though. But he's a completely different fighter, Raymond Ford. You just go back 5 fights. He's totally different. He reminded me of, like, Hitchens. He was, like, hesitant. You know, he stayed behind the jab, but he was constantly moving. Whereas the guy was, no matter who he was fighting, like, a lot of the times the dude was following him. He's completely changed his style to where he's always the aggressor while utilizing the ring. I don't know what's there to say bad about him. Like, what is it that y'all don't like? I'm talking to the people that always talk shit about Raymond Ford. Like, what is it that you don't like? You don't like it because he's from Camden, New Jersey? He can't do nothing about that. You don't like it because he's black? He can't do nothing about that. I mean, stop disliking motherfuckers for shit that they can't control, bro. I can't stand people that do that shit, bro. Let me see. Yeah, well, hey, oh yeah, that's another thing. I don't know how serious Ryan is, but hey, man, like I was saying it the other day, Ryan's left hand is bad for anybody. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, I'm not saying he beats anybody. I'm saying do you think it would be like, what if Boots got caught with? I'm just anybody. You could Crawford. I'm like getting caught with Ryan's left hand flush repeatedly. I don't think that's anybody. It ain't just Boots. Anybody he fight. But the question is, how high can Ryan Garcia keep going until it affects him in a negative way? You think if he kept moving up in weight, his left hand would still be like that? Maybe it is. I don't know. His left hand is special. But there's been fighters that they get to a certain weight and their power just isn't the same. Perfect example, back in the days, my guy, rest in peace, Diego Corrales was stopping everybody. He moved up a weight class or two and he just didn't have it, bro. He didn't have it. He would still catch you with the same shots, but it just wasn't doing too much. These dudes were bigger. These dudes were just natural, in their class. And he still was hitting them with the same thing. He hit the dudes in the lower weight classes, but they just weren't going anywhere. So I don't know how long or how high Ryan can go thinking that he can do that. But, Boots, look, let's just be straight up. Boots, has some things to work on, but you don't think he's exciting? Look, I like good fights. I'm not going to sit here and say that I won't watch a boring fight. We're all boxing fans. We all like the craft, I'm the type of person that I will watch a fight 3 times, bro. 3 times in a row. Just to pick up on shit. And a lot of times I'm recording and I'm looking at things anyway. But so I pick up on things that maybe I didn't pick up on before. But, especially if the fight is exciting. Yeah. Oh, that that's actually a good statement. It's kind of weird, right? You know what? I'm glad you said that because look, this goes to the mentality. Listen, somebody said it to me yesterday. Was it Puro? I think it was Puro. He said, welcome to YouTube. Welcome to social media. Because here, number one, you got trolls. But number two, people that criticize you, they criticize you like for shit that like happens a lot, or like would eventually happen. Like, so for instance, like, only Canelo can move up and 168 go past all these champions, right? You saw the run that he did. It's a legendary run. Probably will never happen again. But yet, there was a group of people out there that didn't want to give him credit for it and said that he was beating up Euro bums. Like let that sink in. If you really think, bro, by now, I don't know how old you are, but if you really think that a person is determined by their skill set, by the color of their skin and what hemisphere that they live at, you're just retarded, bro. You're fucking retarded. I'm going to say it again. You're fucking retarded. I mean, the dude could be an Eskimo. It don't matter. He could be living in some underground cave. Don't matter. It's just skills, and if he's got power, and if God blessed him with that, and it's the heart and tenacity, bro. So when he goes through it, they created the whole Eurobump thing, and now that put a stigma on UK fighters. I bet you there's people out there that just look at a person from the UK and they just go, up, UK bum. I don't like, hey, look, if that's how you are, hey, but then you get mad if a cop pulls you over because you playing a certain music and you get mad when they stereotype you though, right? That's exactly what you're doing. You're not doing anything any different. He's from the UK. He's white. He's a bum. It's no different than he black. He listening to hip hop. Pull him over. Must be doing something. You're doing the same shit, bro. You're doing the same shit. What's going on, man? You heard Javante what? Hey, man, listen, man, as far as Tank goes, I don't know what's going on with Tank, bro, but, I'm starting to actually, I don't know, man. The dude's getting older, man. All right, I hope, like, I don't know what's going on, bro, but it is what it is. I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't even know what that fight's going on. Bam Rodriguez, bro. That guy, bro. That guy. Hey, yo, he does this thing. Where, like, he's standing there. I can't explain it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He does this thing where, like, he just, like, it's almost like he pivots his feet real quick. Like, he'll be standing right here, and then he'll just end up over there quickly. But, like, he'll do it, like, off a turn or a pivot, and then he'll throw these shots, like, these uppercuts, and it's like he's standing right here, and he'll just do, like, a couple pivots, and then he all of a sudden, he's over here. He was just there a second ago. Now he's over here on completely opposite side of you. Like, I've never seen no shit like that, bro. I've never, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, that shit is like comparable to what's his name? Oh, I thought you was talking to me. It reminded me of hey, who's the dude that in the NBA that got real good ball handling skills? Not Steph, the dude that played with LeBron. I don't watch it, the NBA, but anyway, it's like his dribbling skills, bro. It's like this dude, bro. Yo, Bam is like nasty, bro. He's good. He's really good. And he looks like he's just getting better. How old is Bam Rodriguez, man? How old is he? Kyrie, thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, his pivoting and footwork is like Kyrie. Bro, that's like the third fight. That's like the third fight I saw Bam right here. He do some pivot. He land up on the opposite side of his opponent. His opponent don't even realize he's there. Like, half the time, and they just getting punched in the face, bro. This shit is like, it's like just, man, he's like, his skill set is seriously separates him from his opponents, bro. Like, that kid is, he's gifted. He's gifted, man. Yeah, I can say that. Sort of like that. Like, I can't really explain it. You guys have to know what I'm talking about, but it's his, let's see real quick. The one I was talking about, when it wasn't even just the last punch, but that's the one that I know where I can find it really quickly. That's the only one I can know, so I'll show you. But that's the, but he does it a lot. It's not like he does it once or twice. Like, he does it multiple times. Let's go right here. Go right here. So it's the last one. Right here. I don't want that one though. I don't want the full one. I just want Bam. The zone boxing. Here it is right here. Okay, let me make sure I have everything. Yeah, he does this thing right here. All right, am I playing it? Okay, here we are.
Trying to escape.
Bam has so much time to work with. We're only in round 3. Guevara trying to fight his way out of this trouble. But he got clipped with a beautiful right uppercut.
I don't even know if that's the one. Because he did it 2 times. I mean, he did it a little bit, but you see how he moves from. He's like standing right there. You watch his feet.
3. Guevara trying to fight his way out of this.
He's constantly moving his feet, and I think it confuses people. Hold on, let me see. I don't even think that's the knockdown. It was another one I saw.
The tricky.
Oh my man. And he's got pop too. And he's got pop. Yeah, he does. He does. He has good accuracy. He has good pop. He definitely got good footwork. Yeah, Bam is good. And you know he's good when you got really good fighters defensively, offensively. When you got elite fighters saying, yo, Bam is that guy. Like, that's how you know. When you have so-called fighters that other people think of as elite or whatever, and they're telling you, yo, Bam is that guy. Yeah. Like that's all you need to know. When you got Shakur saying it, when you got Tank saying it, when you got other people saying, yo, Bam is that guy. Yeah, it tells you a lot. You know what I mean? He's revered and he's young too. He's only 20 something. Bro, he's only 24? He does. I mean, I'm trying to think of something he doesn't have. That was the next thing I was gonna say. I'm trying to think of something to say, well, he needs to work on that. I'm trying to think of something. I don't. He's got good defense, definitely got good footwork, got a good jab, got good power. He drops everybody he fights. Very accurate, a gym rat, and loves to fight. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Is it serious when they say that he how far is he away from Inoue? He's not in the same weight class as Inoue, is he? That would be a good fight if they could make that. Can they make that fight? Let me see. Can they make that fight? So you can't even say different promotions now because all fights are getting made now. All fights are, and he's humble. And he's humble. I like fighters that are I mean, I like fighters that talk shit, but when you're humble, like, it says a lot about you when you're in a position to say something, to toot your own horn, they call it, or whatever, and you don't. You just say, hey, credit to my opponent and everything. They're going to have to meet at a catch weight. Let me see. Okay, so. Okay, Inoue is at Boxing Live. Let's go down here. Go all the way down here. Let's go over here. Inoue right now is at. Okay, Bam Rodriguez is at 115. Oh, I see what y'all saying. I see what you're saying. So Bam is the Ring Magazine ranked #1, as he should, at 115. And we got to skip a division and go to Inoue, who's #1 Ring Magazine in his division at 122. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible, but the way that Inoue's been moving, he's not moving back down. He's constantly going up, going up, going up. And I don't know how high this little motherfucker gonna go up, but I mean, it's working for him. I mean, you would think the higher he goes, like the less effects his punches would have on people, and it's not, which is like it's really telling when it comes to Inoue. It's really telling when you have this dude is just moving up in weight, and I'm thinking like, okay, well maybe his shots won't really hurt the dude as much because Now he's fighting naturally bigger guys, and his shots are still doing this. It has the same effect as if he was fighting 2 weight classes below. He just hits really hard. Hell no, man. Kid only 24 years old, man. Kid only 24 years old. You know? Shit. Oh, by the way, did Matias fight yesterday? Because I only was able to catch the DAZN card, man. I was only to catch. Let me see the boxing schedule because I don't think. 2024 hasn't been that great for boxing. It really hasn't. I think we were spoiled in 2023. We were really spoiled with the matchups that we were getting. And you got to admit, y'all, like we are hardcores, okay? We are hardcores. When you're a hardcore, you kind of give the schedule a break, if that makes any sense, because like fights that a casual would be like, fuck this fight. We are like, oh, that's intriguing because we know more fighters and we know, but you got to even admit 2024 hasn't been that great. I think we were spoiled in 2023. And we're just not having the fights that could be made. I do credit the Turk for putting on. Now, the Turk didn't put on fights that we were all calling for, with Usyk and Fury, but he did still put matchups on that was maybe some people were calling for it, but it doesn't matter because they were good matchups. You see what I'm saying? So credit to him for that, regardless of his real intention, whatever his real motivation is, because I really think he's got a different motivation, because I don't understand who would he's not making money off these fights, bro. He's not. So you're overpaying fighters and you're not making any money back. So you have to have a motive. So whatever his motive is, I don't really care. I just care about the result that we're getting. But yeah, he's not making no money on none of that, bro. And he's overpaying dudes. And I think in a way, I don't know if in a way, he's trying to get all the big dudes, bro. He's trying to get Canelo. He's trying to get in a way, you got to credit him for that. But with his influence, I want to see things like Boots versus Virgil or Crawford versus Boots. You saying like fights that people been calling for. He did do Better Beav Bivol. He did do that. And he did Usyk and Fury. He did do that. And he's doing the rematch with Usyk and Fury. And he said that he wanted to put did he say there was a couple of other fights he mentioned, and I was like, okay, if you could pull that off, that's good. That's good. You did see the part. Did you see the part where the Turk went up to Shakur and was like, hey, because I think he knows Shakur be bullshitting, bro. I think he knows like Shakur just be saying shit. He went up to him and he was like, hey, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, if you say yes, you're going to do it, right? Did you see that? It was like Shakur was like, no, I'm serious. And he's like, no, I'm serious. Like, almost like, I know you're a kid. You're going to back out, or whatever. You just talking shit for the gram, or you just, he was like, he's basically saying like, bro, come on, man. But I mean, people got their different opinions because the fights aren't in America. I could care less where they're at, bro. Unless you're going to them. If you're going to them, I can understand your gripe with that. But does it really bother you that we're getting good fights in another country? Does it really bother you that much? I don't care. I could care less, bro. So, of course, here we go. On November 15th, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano 2. That is probably the best fight on there. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I hate to say it, but it's kind of pathetic. It's pitiful, but of course I'm going to watch it. And I have Netflix. Oh, by the way, who was I talking to about that movie? Just on a side note, Don't Move is a Netflix movie that just came out. It's a good thriller. If you watch free movies, it's a good movie. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano 2. Barrios and Abel Ramos. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. I think Abel Ramos is gonna be. He's too big for Mario. I mean, Mario's tall too, but Abel Ramos, is that the dude with the big shoulders, bro? Is that the dude with the big? Is that the dude with like the big Mexican, the one that fought Erickson, the Hammer Lubin? Are we talking about the same guy? Because if that's him, that dude's huge. I don't even know how he makes weight. I don't even know how he makes weight. Let me see. Oh no, that's not him. Oh yeah, Barrio's gonna beat him. No, who's the guy that fought Erickson Lubin? No, this isn't the guy. Then I got Barrios beating this guy. I know who this guy is. I'm not saying he's not good, but that's not the guy I'm thinking of, bro. No. I'm thinking of the guy that fought Erickson Lubin, and some people think he beat Erickson Lubin. Big shoulders, just strong. Just the reason why he lost that fight is because he just looked like he was real hesitant, like he wasn't aggressive. I mean, he has it. He just didn't fight. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Jesus Ramos. That's why I'm getting confused. Abel Ramos, Jesus Ramos. Okay, Jesus Ramos is the guy that he's another major player at 154, by the way. A lot of people don't really talk about him too much. And I don't know if it's because Erickson Lubin beat him. But you got to fact, like if you're looking at 154 and if you're talking about all the good matchups to make on there, you got to factor him in there. I mean, I would think so. Let me go to the standings real quick. I mean, and I think he shouldn't be like too far in the rankings either. He's only got one. I mean, hold on. Might as well just look him up since I'm talking about him. Let me go right here. Stop sharing. Up here, share screen. Let's go to boxing rankings real quick. Let's go all the way down here. Am I sharing the screen, by the way? Oh, what the fuck, bro? I hate StreamYard sometimes. Share screen, boxing rankings. Okay. He is surprisingly, he's not. Wait a second. Is this the right way? Is he in this weight class? Did he move up? Where the fuck is he? A lot of people think he beat Lubin, Jonathan. A lot of people do. But I can't even find him. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Okay. Damn. Oh, no, he's here. Right in front of my face. He's number 8. Okay, he's right there. This is what I mean. Okay. Because, yeah, you got to factor him in at 154. He's only got one loss. In fact, I would take Mendoza out of there. No disrespect to Mendoza, but I would take Mendoza out of there and put someone like Alexander Zayas or even Vito Melanecki Jr. He's from New Jersey too. By the way, that kid has grown. When I know me and Tycho were talking about people that grow or how men grow, and I'm like, well, don't you stop growing at 18? And Tycho was like, no, you keep growing till you're like 50, which is a bullshit lie, but men do still grow. Vito Melanecki, that kid has grown a lot. His muscles is now fully developed and he punches hard. I would take out Mendoza at number 10. I would just take him out of there and put in Melanecki Jr. or at least put in Xander Zayas or something like that. But other than that, this is to me the most stacked division in boxing. Not just because these guys are good, because really, if you want to play semantics, right? If you want to play semantics, every division got the good guys on. You see what I'm saying? I mean, if we want to play semantics, we go to 168, right? Munguia, Mbili, Plant, Pacheco, right? Iglesias, right? Skull, Shishkin. I don't know why Berlanga's up there, but Berlanga, right? We go to the top guys are on top. But the difference is stylistically, this division, bro. Every one of these dudes, except for the exception of Fundora. Think about that. Every person up here, except for Fundora, these are power punchers, bro. These are power punchers, and they can knock you out. And Fundora makes up for his power with looking like, I hate to say it, a freak show. Which, by the way, his sister, who the hell's gonna beat his sister? Like, who the hell's going to beat her up? She competes in women's boxing. She's undefeated. She's got to be. I don't even got to look her up. She's got to be undefeated. Who the hell's going to beat her? His height, his reach, and now he's using his reach, and he used his reach when he fought Tim Tszyu, right? So he makes up for it for that. But other than that, I mean, look at this. Madrimov, look, these three guys alone, Madrimov, Bakram, and Boachuk, those three Russian dudes or whatever, right? Them dudes are killers themselves. And to be honest with you, I would just let them fight each other. I would love to see Boachuk versus Bakram. Madrimov versus Boachuk or Madrimov versus Bakram. And I don't think Madrimov is going to fight the same way he fought against Bud, against these two guys. He did that against Bud because he was probably low-key hesitant. It's Bud Crawford. It's probably your first big fight of that magnitude. He was just really hesitant. He just kept fainting and fainting and fainting. But I've seen him fight in other fights. He doesn't really do that. He tries to knock you out. But I would love to see Madrimov versus Boachuk versus Bakram or whatever. Tim Tszyu, I like Tim Tszyu. Y'all know I like Tim Tszyu. I don't even know if he's going to be the same again, unfortunately, because he wasn't even talking right after that beatdown that he had. And he wasn't even talking right. Like, we're talking like, was that interview the day after or like hours after? But somebody pointed it. Stop it, Tycho. Somebody pointed it out. Like, I don't know if it was a day after or hours after. Tim Tszyu was still talking like something was wrong with him. He took a lot of shots, bro. He took a lot of shots, man. Speaking of that, I hate to do it, but hold on. They really needed, by the way, bro, they really needed to stop that fight, bro. I'm actually still upset because I like Tim Tszyu. And I think he's a good person. I don't have to know him. Like, you could just tell a person's personality. Like, you know how somebody said, Bam is humble. Look at the way Abdullah Mason talks. Have y'all ever seen Abdullah Mason, bro? That's like the sweetest kid ever, bro. He's like the kid that would help an old lady out her car and up the steps. Oh man, you dropped this. Don't worry. I'll bring it up 5 flights of stairs for you. Don't pay me. No, it's okay. Like that type of kid. But nobody knows deep down inside he'll kill you. Yeah, Tim Tszyu's a nice guy. I mean, he's different, but not like that. But Tim Tszyu a nice guy as far as he's competent, but he's not really disrespectful. He's not. Now, somebody was saying that he was being disrespectful to Bakram. That's what somebody told me. I don't remember that, but I did hear him on the Boxing Voice, and they were trying to imply that. But I think all he said was Bakram was trying to back out due to an injury or whatever. Maybe they take shit talking the wrong way. I don't think that's shit talking. I think he's just trying to say, hey, I don't believe you. I mean, is that, you know what? Maybe that is disrespectful. Maybe in different countries, saying something like that is highly disrespectful. I don't know. Let me share the screen real quick. But it's not like he was like, man, fuck you. Nothing like that. Unless he did he? What occurred between me and Pounds? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Where has Pounds been? What do you mean? Why are you saying that? Why would you even say that? Something happened between me and Pounds? Well, you need to clue me in. You're gonna ask me what happened. Like, I don't know what happened. You don't know. Why don't you tell me what occurred? You know what? You just reminded. Yeah, where has he been? So, wait a second. So then, because people tell me all the time, they say, Shadow, your wrenches, by the way, a lot of your wrenches come into your channel as different people. So if Pounds came in under a different, the only thing I can think of is Pounds came in under, I've never blocked Pounds. Oh, I accidentally, oh my God. Yo, thanks for telling me. Yo, do me a favor. My bad. Yo, do me a favor. Tell Pounds, I swear I did not mean to do that. I remember what happened, bro. Some dude came, man, I was mad about my father. The dude was talking shit about my father. One of those fucking, Alonzo accounts. He said something about my father and I got mad and I went to permanently block him and I accidentally hit Pounds. And I was like, Pounds, I'll unblock you later. And I totally forgot, bro. Yo, tell him my bad. I'm going to do it right now. I hope he hasn't been talking shit because I would never, if he does, I understand. Pounds has always been here. He's always supported me. Like, my bad, bro. Yo, if anybody ever like email me, bro, I have an email on my channel. Oh my goodness, bro. Thanks for telling me. See? And that's why I got so mad with that Alonzo shit. You see what the shit it does? You see? There's no reason for you to do that. We just want to talk boxing. Look, I get it. There's trolls, bro. And when you start saying shit about my pops, you're literally trying to fuck my channel up, bro. That's what you're trying to do. So now that's not playing around no more. Now you're crossing the line, bro. My bad, Pounds. Oh my goodness, bro. Hold on. He is cool, man. Fucking shit. Give me a second. I got it right here. Oh my goodness, bro. Pounds, I'm sorry, man. You're good, man. Hey, Pounds, if you're watching, say something so I could put your wrench back on. Bro, you didn't do anything wrong. This fucking one of these Alonzo fucking counts, bro. I accidentally blocked you and I forgot to take you off after the live, bro. That's why that shit got me mad, bro. Anyway, tell Pounds he's good. And tell him to say something so I can wrench him back up. Where was I? I was going to show you this. Hold on. Yeah, seriously, if anybody knows where to find him on a channel or something, just tell him. Tell him that he didn't do anything wrong. It was my fault. Okay. Bro. I kind of like, bro, this was, yo, every time I look at this fight, this was man, he took a lot of punishment, bro. He took a lot of punishment. Oh my goodness, bro.
Unload the right hand.
They were throwing bombs too, by the way. These dudes were throwing bombs. Hellacious bombs. This was, oh, by the way, this was probably like one of the most exciting fights of the year. It might have not have been that competitive, but the fact that Tim Tszyu was getting up and it was fighting back the way he was, man, that shit made this so exciting, bro. But it wasn't that much competitive. But I do think at some point they should have stopped the fight, though.
So far, both men showing a stiff beard, taking big shots. Tszyu unloads the right hand. And a left hand drop, stiff Tszyu. 4.
Yeah, he was hurt right then and there.
A left hook for the... There's a short uppercut by the champion.
When two men don't want to step back.
There's a right hand by Tszyu.
Hey, do you notice every time Tim Tszyu gets hit, bro, like he doesn't be like, "Oh, I'm hurt. Let me get the hell away." It's almost like he's too stubborn, bro.
But still on wobbly leg.
Oh my God.
Drops him.
Damn.
Right hand by Tszyu. But still on wobbly leg. The left hook drops him.
He needs to stay down. He doesn't need to get back on the feet so fast.
Oh, there you go. Right there. Perfect example. Perfect example. Yeah, that was hard to watch. Hey, perfect example. Remember when I said that dude Cole got dropped, right? What did he do? He got on his one knee and took 8 seconds. Now watch what they say right here. They're like, he shouldn't have got up so fast. Like he could have took, like, like just stay on your one knee, rest your body. Don't just jump up right away. Like you're still discombobulated, bro. Just chill. You know what I mean?
By Tszyu. But still on wobbly leg, the left hook drops him.
He needs to stay down. He doesn't need to get back on the feet so fast.
6, 7, 8. Walk over there. Come back to me.
Yeah, he's like Virgil Ortiz, and like, like you're gonna
We talked about the volumes. A left. The good
2 knockdowns in 2.
There's a good exchange. A left.
The legs are gone. I do not know how he's still standing up.
Right there, you could have stopped the fight, but they just let this shit go.
Hey, look.
Around the guard.
Tszyu still pressuring, but he's not. Oh, he got dropped with that left hook.
It's the same.
I mean, look, bro, what, like, see, at some point you're like, when are you gonna stop this shit? Like right there, like, bro, come on, man.
And now it became Kent.
And his corner should have been the ones to stop it, bro. His corner should have been the ones to stop it. Instead, they let him go on and get hit like this.
One more time. This fight's over. The champ is trying to turn the lights out on Tim Tszyu. And the talent goes.
Yeah, throw the towel in now. A little bit too late, bro. I mean, shit. Yeah, Jonathan, you remember that when I showed it's kind of like, if you're a Tim Tszyu fan, like, it is kind of sad. There's a point where he gets dropped, right? And he gets up, and if you pause it and you look at his face, he's looking at Bakram like he's in shock, but like not shocked like he's scared, like shocked like, I can't believe you're doing this to me. Almost like that. Like if you could read his mind, he's almost like, I can't believe you're fucking doing this to me. He's like in shock. Where is it at, actually? I know what you're talking about. He had a face like he knew at that moment, and that was early in the fight, actually. That was before all those knockdowns. Right there. Right there. Look. Look how he gets up when he looks at him, bro. I mean, it's kind of sad, but he gets up and he looks at him like, I can't believe you're doing this to me.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, it was It was bad, man. I don't know if he'll be the same again. I don't know if that man will be the same again. You grew last night for a few hours. Yeah. So look, man, this one can't really go on too long, but I will say this. Oh, by the way, you really can't really be surprised that when Crawford fights this guy, Madrimov, and has like a subpar performance, right? I mean, it's not comparable to Boots though. But Crawford there was a round or two where Crawford was getting, tagged up because they even clipped it. There's a little clip or whatever. I mean, he wasn't getting hit like Boots, but he was getting hit more than usual. And Crawford sticks out his tongue or whatever. And but his performance wasn't like that of Boots, but it wasn't like what people expected. It wasn't an exciting fight. He didn't do what he does to normally people at 147. He won the fight. Some people think he lost the fight. So is it really like surprising when Boots has a fight and he's getting hit a lot and he doesn't have a great performance? Is it surprising what you're hearing? I mean, there is two fan bases. You got to remember there's two fan bases. And believe it or not, Boots does have a big fan base. Pounds, my bad, brother. Sincerely, bro. My bad. If that ever happens again, bro, email me. I have an email on my channel. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me wrench you up. I'm so sorry, brother. How long was that going on for? Shit. How long were you blocked for, bro? Unbelievable. Somebody should have told me. I bet you all y'all knew. Y'all didn't say shit to me. Brother, there you go, brother. You got a wrench. You should have it, all right? So I'm so sorry. Once again, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. See, that's why I got mad at that Alonzo shit. That shouldn't even have happened, bro. So I fucked around and accidentally blocked one of my moderators. And I don't know how long he's been blocked for. And he probably thinks, what the fuck did I do? You probably thought that I didn't like you or something. No, I wasn't even trying to block you. Right? They should have different tools or whatever, right? If you like, to do different things. Devon, stop, Devon. Why do you test me, Devon? One thing I'll say about Devon, he says what he says, but he fucks with me. So he does fuck with me. But chill out, Devon, all right? He's just brutal with some of the shit he says. I don't even be starting live, bro. Like sometimes the live don't even start, bro. He just be like, what the fuck, bro? No, these are actually the wrenches that have been had because the wrenches are the ones that usually watch my channel. There's people that don't have wrenches. I only have believe it or not, I think I only have 7 or 8. And the only reason why I have 7 or 8 is because they're not all here at the same time. But I don't even know why I have them anyway, to be honest with you, because people don't even, yeah, you're right. It is. It means absolutely nothing. It's overrated. And half the time, to be honest with you, none of you guys do anything when you see some shit being said that that I wouldn't like or disrupted my channel. None of y'all be getting them out of there. So yeah, there is no point to it. It's just probably, So just real quick, as far as like Boots and but bro, there's 2 fan bases, bro. It's 2 fan bases. And that's why I think Crawford went out of his way to say what he said to Boots last night. Basically was just like, yo, he could have said some shit. If you remember, The last time Boots fought, who remembers the last time Boots fought? He fought Abinesian and he was getting pieced up. Crawford went right away to X because they were talking at that time. And I don't know, he said something like, this is the guy, like this is the guy you guys are, like, you know what I mean? It's but then this time around, he didn't say that. And I think a large portion of it has to do with the fact because he didn't have a good outing at 154. And 154 is just dangerous, bro. There's a lot of good fighters at 154. And the Boots and Boots and Virgil. Before I get out of here, Boots and Virgil. So they're saying Boots and Virgil is damn near done, right? Is it damn near done? Or is it like I from my understanding, they just need to sign. That fight is going to be just incredible because of the fact that none of those Yo, I want you to think about Boots. I want you to think about Boots and Virgil real quick, bro. Just think of that fight. The mentality of those guys are so similar. Their styles is different. Their mentality is the same. It's absolutely the same. They're like, I'm going to walk right through you. I'm going to pressure you. I'm going to overwhelm you. I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to get you out of there. That's basically their main concern. They're not like, I'm going to win this round. I'm going to win this round. I'm going to bank some rounds. No. They fight like, I've always said there's two types of fighters, bro. You got one fighter that he's not even worried about rounds. He's just like, I'm going to get you out of here. I'm going to keep coming at you, and I'm going to get you out of here. So I don't know when, but I'm going to get you out of here. And then I believe you got other fighters like, I got it one round at a time. Bank this round. I really do think fighters are like that. And these two, they ain't like that, bro. These two dudes are just going to try to hurt each other. The only thing that's going to be a difference is Virgil is, look, you want to be honest, Virgil's more proven. He's fought. All right. His resume is better, in my opinion. And he fought Maurice Hooker early in his career. People keep forgetting about that. At 140. Maurice Hooker. Or was that at 140 or 147? But that was a little war too. And that was, Maurice Hooker was good at the time. That was a good test for Virgil. And he was young. Then Virgil fought Evis Clevis, the dude that fought Virgil fought the dude that fought Crawford. But they call him Green Beans, whatever. Evis Clevis, the dude that fought Crawford and dropped him. He did drop Crawford, but he beat him. So Virgil's he's more proven, bro. He's more proven than Boots. But that doesn't mean like I don't know. He also had a war with Boachuk. Boots, his best win was that undefeated dude he fought from Canada, I believe. Okay. So the notable names, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Box rec. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. The notable names that Jaron and his Boots, the noticeable names that he's beaten. Okay, Chris Van Weerden, that stopped because of a headbutt or whatever it was, that cut or whatever, right? Sergey Lipnitz, all right? He only had one loss to Mikey Garcia, but he moved up from 140. He moved up from 140 to, let me share the screen while I'm talking to you. He moved up from 140 to fight him, and a lot of people were like, oh, well, you just fought a 140 pounder. But still, you got to give him credit for that. You know what I mean? Well, you don't got to. I give him credit for that. He still beat him. And he beat him convincingly. Then he knocked out Thomas Delorme in one round. Some people might say, well, that doesn't mean much. But you know, Thomas Delorme, he does have skills, bro. He does have speed. He does have power. And I also feel like just because a fighter beats someone easily, they automatically like, you know what I mean? Like for instance, Custio Clayton. Custio Clayton was 18-0 prior to fighting prior to fighting Boots, right? He was like 18. Let me click on him real quick. Okay, look. He was undefeated. He had beat Sergey Lipinets as well. Okay. He had a majority decision against Sergey Lipinets. But all of his other fights were one-sided, TKOs, unanimous decision, TKOs, unanimous decision. He's got a majority decision win against Lipinets, and he's got a KO loss against Boots, right? So because Boots made him look fucking average, people just will completely like just shut down everything Custio Clayton has done, and they'll probably put him in the category as a nobody. Now, I'm not saying everyone knew who Custio Clayton is. I'm just saying how people are in this community. I feel like they're just quick to not give anyone credit. And then they're quick to like criticize him on shit that was like kind of expected, things that you kind of knew what was going to happen. How many times you seen Tank give away rounds? How many times you seen Tank give away rounds and then knock out his opponent? Right? So if a person goes, yeah, but look, he gave all those early rounds away. It's like, are you surprised? He's been doing that. So why are you like, you're critiquing him on something that he's been doing, but it's been working? Why fix something that's not broken? That's what I feel like people are like, they're getting on somebody. They want them to fix things. Like I guess in his mind, he's like, I'm still winning. But nonetheless, he beat Sergey Lipinets. He beat Thomas Delorme. He fought Custio Clayton. Custio Clayton was undefeated. Karen was undefeated in their first fight, right? A boring fight, but he beat Karen. Then he beat Villa. And that was an exciting fight. And I believe Villa was undefeated, I believe. So that's 2 undefeated fighters. Then he beat David Avanesian, right? He got hit, you know, in that fight. I criticized him like, yeah, he did get hit a little too much, right? Now he fought Karen the second time. So now we go over to Virgil. (22-0) with 21 knockouts. So damn. He's faced 22 opponents and only one opponent has not has not damn near died, and that was Boachuk, who was a champion, who was mean as hell, and looks like a serial killer. So let's go over here. Starting off with Samuel Vargas. Brad Solomon was all right, but Samuel Vargas, I remember seeing that. Maurice Hooker. He beat Maurice Hooker. Then after that, he fought Kavalauskas, the dude that fought Crawford. Then he fought Michael McKinson, right? Michael McKinson, he was undefeated. I remember that. He was another one that was undefeated. I think he was. No, it wasn't him. I'm sorry, it's a wrong. What? I think he was. Let me see. Is that the fight I remember? Right. Yes, he was undefeated. Right. He was undefeated because I remember they were both undefeated, and he was like, "I'm gonna do this to Virgil," and he didn't end up doing shit, by the way. But he lost by TKO in the 9th round. So he beat Samuel Vargas, Maurice Hooker, Evis Clevis, right? I can't. Kavalauskas or whatever the hell his name is. Michael McKinson, Frederick Lawson, Thomas Delorme, and then Boachuk. So he's got a better resume, but not by like that much, bro. It ain't like Virgil's got come on now. It ain't like Virgil, fought some Hall of Famers and like knocked out 5 Hall of Famers, and fucking Boots has not fought anybody. Like, he fought better competition, but it ain't like that, bro. The main difference in that fight is gonna be Virgil has already fought at 154 and Boots hasn't. Boots is moving up from 147 to 154, but I don't think that's going to be if you banking on that, I don't think that's going to be big difference, because he basically admitted in this fight that, hey, he's struggling to make 147. He's struggling. So he's going to make 154 more comfortably. And I don't care what anybody says. People are going to say, oh, well, you don't know how Boots' power is going to be at 154. I could tell you right now, if I was to take a bet, I mean, I can't be positive, right? I can't tell the future, but I can tell you right now, if I was to take a bet, bro, his power is going to carry to 154. Just by the way he throws punches, just by the way he throws leverage into his shots and shit. Like, it's going to be a good fight, bro. You got 2 fighters that are not going to back up. They're trying to hurt you. They're trying to get you out of there. If it does happen, that'll be Boots' first fight at 154. And that'll be Virgil Ortiz's first title defense. Think of that. That'll be his first title defense I think that's an intern. Is Virgil the actual champion, or is he an intern champion? I don't even think he's like the main champion in his sanctioning body. Let me see. He's the WBC intern champion. So he's not even the main champion. Sebastian Fundora is the main champion. All right. It doesn't really matter, because like I said, at the end of the day, this whole damn 154-pound division is just monstrous, bro. Just a bunch of monsters at the end of the day. Every one of these guys will kill you, bro. So you got WBO, Sebastian Fundora, he's the WBO junior middleweight champion right there. You got Terrence Bud Crawford, who's the WBO intern. You got Bakram, who's got the IBF. The WBC, you got Fundora once again on top, and Virgil is the intern, and the WBA is Terrence Crawford. And let's not forget, the reason why Sebastian Fundora is the main champion at WBC and the main champion at WBO is because he beat Tim Tszyu in a questionable fight where Tim Tszyu had a cut on his head, and Tim Tszyu did all that work to collect those belts. And I think if he didn't even have that cut, he would have beat Fundora. The man couldn't see. And still like had a close ass fight. So, bro, it doesn't, look, and you got Xander Zayas, that's HLD's boy, who is ranked number 1 at the WBO. Number 3 is the guy that I've been keeping my eye on, because I want to see him tested. But I've been keeping my eye on him, and that's number 9, Conwell. He's got power, bro. But then again, he's not knocking out nobody of like, but I don't know if you guys seen him fight. He's got some pop. I want to see him. He's ranked number 3, so he's right under Xander Zayas. So this whole damn division is just disgustingly dangerous, bro. And I don't know why the hell they got Errol Spence over here as number 1 under the WBC. That's just laughable to me. I don't even know why they would do some shit like that, but okay, whatever. I don't think Earl should be fighting in this weight class. I know people are like, I'm not hating on Earl, by the way. And I heard a lot of people were like, man, you see, look at what they're doing. He's got 1 loss. You guys do this with no. Let me say this. I never say a guy's got 1 loss, his career is ended. No. Errol Spence is a little different. It's a little different. The dude had a life-changing car accident where he flew out the window at 70 miles an hour, bro. He should have been dead. And the man, you could clearly go back and look prior to the accident and after. There's a clear speech difference, and this is before fighting Crawford. And it has nothing to do with the fact that he had to get surgery for his teeth or whatever. I'm talking about slurring as far as putting sentences together that, the dude shouldn't even have, he's a walking testimony. And the fact that he was able to come back and beat Ryan Garcia and Ugas is insane. So that goes to I've always wondered, I'm going to be, what do you think would have happened if he would have never had that car accident? You think the Crawford and fight would have went any different? I think it would have. I'm not saying he would have won, but he was just totally different. You don't even fight the same. He was more aggressive before the accident. After the accident, he was more pressure, sort of, but off a jab, if that makes any sense. Like off a jab. Like he's still caved, he overwhelms you. He overwhelmed you before the accident, but before the accident, he was overwhelming you with like harder punches. Like he was trying to hurt you, get you out of there. Like he dropped Sean Porter and everything. And then after that, he still put pressure on you, but it was more of a technical, smart standpoint, like jab, 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 downstairs to the body, upstairs. And then as the time goes on, he starts overwhelming you. And if you don't have good defense and good fundamentals, Earl's going to drown you. But I mean, I don't know what would have happened, bro. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm sorry, Danny Garcia. Yeah, one of the fucking Garcias. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, lifestyle and drugs as well. Danny Garcia. As much as you want to say about Danny Garcia, he's never ducked anybody, and he's always dangerous. I don't know what happened in his last fight. Let's not even talk about that. But then Ugas, right? Ugas was good. Ugas had put Manny into retirement. So those two wins from Errol Spence was like spectacular. In my opinion, like that was crazy. But it just wasn't enough for someone like Crawford, man. But my point is he took a lot of punishment prior to even fighting Crawford. So now add in the ass whooping that Crawford gave him. And by the way, the ass whooping that Crawford gave Earl is legendary. It's a legendary ass whooping, bro. It's not a little. It's not one of those fights where you go, oh yeah, he got beat up a little bit. No, bro. No. I remember making a live. I was like, Derek James should have stopped that fight, bro. He should have stopped that fight. He was hurting that man, bro. Bad. And Errol wasn't gonna stop. Errol's one of those fighters, bro. He's gonna be like, yo, I'll die in here, bro. You know, that's why you have a corner and you have a doctor and you have a referee. You got to save some fighters from themselves. And I question some of these people, man. And you know what's so crazy? You can manipulate a fighter. I bet you can manipulate a fighter. If you was in his corner and you saw him take mad punishment and you know in the back of your head, man, this guy's willing to die in there, right? And you don't stop the fight. And people are like, why didn't you stop the fight? Like, I bet you he would go up to him and be like, hey, look, I'm always going to give you a chance. You know, I'm always going to do that. Right. Meanwhile, in the back of your head, like, bro, come on, bro. The dude was losing years off his life, bro. And you can manipulate a fighter and make it seem like, well, yeah, people stop the fight. They don't care about you. They don't care about your career. No, bro, your health comes first, bro. Your health comes first. There was a point in that fight where you knew Crawford was not coming. Spence was not coming back, bro. Spence don't even have one punch KO power. So it's like, you know, all his wins come from swarming a person, putting pressure like over time. So at what point was the fight going to turn around with Spence and Crawford? How long did you have to let that ass whooping go on for, bro? So add that with the car accident, add that with the lifestyle and drugs, add that with the way that he talks, add that with the way that he doesn't keep his weight in check. And he's always like out of, you know, it is true. It's like the lifestyle, bro. In between fights, he blows up. Yeah, bro. That one loss is all I needed to see. And a large portion of that has to come from the accident. Now, if he didn't have the accident, I'd be like, yo, Earl is still in this. Like, and maybe he is. Maybe he is. I'm telling you why I think he probably shouldn't fight no more. And it's really got nothing to do with the one loss, even though the one loss was a bad loss. Like it was a bad ass whooping. It's mainly due to it's a combination of things, bro. Lifestyle, drinking. He had the accident because he was drinking. Then he had a second accident because he was drinking. Are we also forgetting the fact that Errol Spence had surgery on his eyes because he can't see? Or are we forgetting that too? So you have eye problems. You have drinking problems. You almost died in the car. You switched your style up, which I understand. You don't even speak right anymore. And Crawford probably took 10 years off your life. So that's why I say I don't think Errol should fight no more. But under normal circumstances, bro, you take away the car accident, bro, I'd be like, bro, he's only got one loss. But it's different with Errol. It's different. Not to mention that we ain't even talking about like maybe he was at 160 and he's fighting, you know. He wants to fight at 154. Where all the sharks and killers are at, bro. I bet you we were to take all these boxing fans in this community. I bet you we would take all these boxing fans, all the hardcores. Let me ask you, if you take all the hardcores and you was to say, I want y'all to vote. I want y'all to vote. Which division is the most dangerous, most competitive, most, I bet you 90% should say 154. I mean, it's just crazy, bro. And so he wants to fight there. I don't know. I will say that if he is going to fight anybody, you might as well be Fundora. Might as well. Fundora don't have one punch knockout power. Fundora swarms you. So to be honest with you, Fundora and Spence would be kind of interesting from that standpoint. It would be like, you know, stylistically, it would be, wouldn't it? Like, you know, like Earl post-accident does not fight Earl pre-accident. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Like Earl pre-accident, yeah, he swarmed you. He was on top of you, but he was throwing more bolos, a lot of body shots. And to me, he looked like he hit harder. Then after the accident, he was more of like high guard, like jab a lot. And then they kind of like over time, overwhelm you with punches. And then you just get fucked up because he is technically sound. He does got good stamina. He's got a good jab. So, you know, if you're not on your P's and Q's, Spence will fuck you up. But you put somebody like a specialist like Crawford, no, it's not, bro. It's not enough, bro. It's not enough. And I don't even know if the pre-Crawford would have been, the pre-Spence would have been enough for Crawford. But it would have been a lot better than what we got now. And the Spence now with that style against Fundora, stylistically, that is a good fight. Stylistically, that is a good fight because how does Fundora fight? Tries to overwhelm you. So, but Fundora aside, who else you got Spence beating, if that? And I don't even know if I got Spence beating Fundora. Fundora, even though he's been in a couple of wars, he's younger, he's taller, he's got more reach. And I think, I don't know, I got to check. They both throw a lot of punches because, like I said, they overwhelm you. I don't know. For some reason, I think Fundora throws more punches than Spence. I mean, I can't say that accurately. I don't have the numbers, but I know they both fight very similar in the fact that they throw a lot of punches per round. But if I was a betting man, I would say that Fundora throws more punches per round than Spence. But it's still a good fight. I mean, I mean, if that's your opinion, I think it's more so he needs to slow down. I'm not saying he doesn't need to work on it. Look, I'm not saying he doesn't need to work on his defense. I'm saying things would go a lot better if he just slowed down. Just slow down and try to set it up. He doesn't set it up. He's like Virgil. He just comes in there and tries to kill you, bro, which is a good thing. I mean, it's exciting, but I think like with Boots, That's a large part of why he gets hit so much. He's so concentrating on just, sending. He's not worried about receiving because I guess he knows he's got a good chin. I mean, it's a horrible strategy, but still, I think he's like, and to be honest with you, I don't even think he's purposely getting hit on purpose. I think he's trying to block some of that shit, but he's so timid. Like he's so not timid, the opposite. He's so, I feel like him and Virgil, like that's why that would be such a great fight. Like they're both the same in the fact that if you hit them, they're trying to get it back that round. They're not trying to win on points. They're trying to knock you out. And let's be honest. Like Virgil has some of those same issues, not as much as Boots, but come on. When Virgil fought Boachuk, you can't tell me he should have just slowed down. And a large portion of why he got dropped twice is because he was just being too, just not, just going at him like kind of like slow down, bro. Like every punch you're throwing is like on 100+, bro. You like let some steam off, throw a jab or something like that, set it up. Like that's why I think that's a big problem with Boots and Virgil. I don't think their defense is that bad because think about it. If you slow down a little bit and pay more attention, you'd probably block more shots. But that's here nor there. But yeah, working on defense, I guess. I don't know about you know what? At the end of the day, this is all good. This is all good. Because now people think Boots is, I don't know, trash or whatever it is. Good. So now there should be no problem making these fights, right? Right? Am I right? Like there should be no problem now. Everyone thinks, look at him. He's exposed. He got punched in a fight. He got exposed. So now these fights should be easy. There should be no excuses on either side. So I think it's good for boxing at the end of the day. Yeah, get him out of there, Bozy. Yeah, you know what? And before I get out of here, I am going to say that too. His father, I'm not saying he's not a good trainer. He's a good trainer. I just think his advice to his son is just, I think they're so confident. It's borderline cocky. It's borderline cocky. Telling him like, yeah, just get him out of there. Like, well, he's trying to get him out of there. He's trying. It ain't as bad as Tio Sr. when he told Teofimo Lopez, hey, we're going to go get ice cream after this. Who wants to hear that? He said, we're going to go get ice cream. I couldn't believe my eyes, bro. I was like, did you just say that to your son in the middle of a fight where he's losing, taking a lot of punches? Like, you're like, that's the best you could say. I was mad at Tio Sr., bro. I was kind of mad. Like, that's the best you could say is, hey, don't worry. Everything's all right. You're going to get him. You're going to get him. And then we're going to go for some ice cream. Sound good? Go out there. Get him, killer. Oh, my God. Imagine what was going through Tio's mind, bro. Tio's mind was like, yo, my father is nuts, bro. But I do want ice cream afterwards. Tell you that. All right, man. Oh, yeah. Friday is the Tyson fight. I might go live that night. I might go live, which, by the way, I accidentally erased my live this weekend. I'm pissed. The whole fucking Keyshawn Davis, I erased the live by an accident. So I'll probably go live for Tyson and Jake Paul because I'm actually amazed that this man is 58 years old and they're both on PEDs. I don't care what anyone says. Jake is on. I think it's actually dangerous for Tyson because Jake Paul is on some shit, bro. I don't know what the hell Jake Paul is on. This kid has acne all over him. He's got his veins bulging out. He's doing these insane power lift workouts, and he's fighting a 58-year-old man. Should be a fucking shame to yourself, bro. But I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because you never know. It's still Mike Tyson, bro. And Amanda Serrano, and Taylor too. And also Barrios and Ramos, but not the Ramos that I'm looking for. That's Abel Ramos. I thought it was Jose Ramos, but Tycho pointed out that's the dude at 154. This is the guy at 147. It's sort of like saying Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Ryan Garcia, Abel Ramos, Jesus Ramos, same shit. Same shit. I mean, same name, different fighter. Anyway, this is Ghost. I'm out. Have a great night.